Hello guys, we are live again and this time we are in Austria. We are at the Redbull Ring and it's raining. Wow, this is how it is currently. Wow, we are gonna be racing in the rain. It's gonna be super fun, super exciting. It's gonna be a complete mayhem, a complete chaos. Amazing. This is gonna be just the race for the night. Amazing race to end the night. Oh wow, just super excited. I think we'll need to be on our intermediates. We'll be racing in our 9 and 1 RSR. That's gonna be super crazy. So it's gonna be heavily slight rain. It's gonna be foggy. Let's tell these folks that it's live streaming. Live. Team on Sim Shifter YouTube. So it's gonna be, yes, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. That's true, buddy. Scourge. Yes, that's how it is. Woo! I hope we have the tires for this. Oh, no, we don't. Let's just buy them quickly. Let's buy intermediates. Let's buy wets. Yes, that's cool. Should be like slow is slow. Okay, then. Hi, Preeti. Thank you for joining in. Hello. Please do drop a like. I know you've already subscribed, but yeah. Let's go on with intermediates, yeah. Inters, as we say it. Will be fun. Oh, briefing is on Discord, so we'll be joining that. All right.
Lobby closed, don't you mean track closed?
Lobby closed.
Yeah, shut that shit down.
You know what? I don't want to do it no more.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, I kind of want it. Where is? Okay. The only thing that I'm questioning is where is Lincoln?
Did join?
I would have just put him directly in the race control. However,
okay.
right, Law can't join the briefing, which I think is a little bit funny. However, I don't really care.
It was pretty cool, yeah. These guys have
Oh
a
no, he's here. Hello,
live
Paul.
briefing.
He's a bit of a
Pretty
lover.
fun. Hola mi
Okay.
salida.
So,
Hi Diego.
the joys of GT3. So we've got a reverse
Bakshot
grid for
Gyan
this race.
said
We've
hi. Hi.
decided, because this whole calendar's now
This is gonna be
absolutely
fun.
everything. We want to give an homage to how the wheels are. The sad part is I missed this race last night. I missed it. Yes, it's just going to be slowest first. And the way that we're going to do this is obviously you'll see there's lots of rain going on the circuit. However, the point to make clear is that the race start will not be wet. So, me and Logan discussed this literally just 5 minutes ago. So after qualifying is finished, the lobby will reset.
Ooh.
Therefore, if you have a setup that you've made, I would make sure that you have it noted down, because when the lobby resets, you will need to input the setup again. And we'll make sure we have a break of a suitable distance to allow you to put the setup back in. It will be about 5 minutes or something.
Wow, that's crazy.
So we do have a streamer, and that is Mr. Loco and Casa. Christmas is his presence today between his holidays. Because the funny part is next week he's actually going to Australia, which I just found quite amusing. Oh yeah. The thing that we have done is, well, I have done, is I have drafted up an expected qualifying position, which is give or take 2 places, if not, give or take 1 place, if not higher, for everybody on the grid. Anybody who underperforms will be set to the back of the grid when we discuss it, because, I trust everybody will do it properly, because we're all just here for the fun of it. Yeah, it went perfectly fine last time, and it was fun, I've heard. However, yeah, the key thing that we need to touch on for this race is not in fact the reverse grid. What it is how we don't have the safety car. Now, a
Ooh.
couple of you
No safety
will
car.
have been here for season 4's Suzuka race, which used what Melvin decided in the briefing, which I thought was an amazing idea, was a simulated safety car. No, I'm not telling you your position, that's why it's funny. So what this means is when the safety car is called out, all drivers will need to reduce their speed to an acceptable time. Once the safety car comes out, there will be a speed limit of 175 kilometers an hour. Now, the thing is that in miles is 108 or 110 is fine. The thing is with this though, is once the leader passes the sector 1 line, which is going into the actual turn number 2 or the braking zone for turn 3, you will slow down to 100 kilometers an hour, which is roughly 65 miles an hour. And then after a little while, Loco will put in the chat again, telling people to catch up. And that is when the drivers who are not behind the safety car, crucial part is not, and are a fair distance behind, are allowed to go full racing speed in order to catch up. Now obviously we did things like this in race 1 where people were told to catch up and went full racing speeds, but they weren't aware of where the pack actually was on the circuit, so crashed, and they looked quite silly doing it. So please, you have a mini-map at the top right hand corner of your screen. Please just be aware of where the safety car pack is and be prepared to slow down. There's no need to be spinning, there's no need to be causing any collisions. We all know what we're doing here, we're all smart people. Now, as for the safety car when it comes in, obviously the safety car in this lap will be set, and then everybody will slow down to a pace which is dictated by the leader. And then the Loco will put in chat, once he has said safety car in this lap, he will say, prepare to resume racing. When he says that, the leader Once they are past the pit
The
entry,
echo
so
feels like
basically on entry to the final
he's
corner between
announcing
there
it on the
and
mic.
any point to the start-finish line, is when they are allowed to go and resume the racing speed. No driver is allowed to overtake before the timing line. Nobody is allowed to block each other under the safety car, you know, because we've not had the problem before, but we've just had to dictate it. Boost is not on for this race. This is GT3. We are men here.
Yeah, that's true,
But
boy.
yeah. As for what happened last week, which was by a driver who isn't here,
Yeah.
which was Mr. Dunn, what he did was overtake the safety car.
Ooh.
He overtook the safety car at the start of the lap at Fuji, which is quite a long track, 1 minute 40 lap time in a race, maybe a bit quicker. And it took him until the end of the lap to actually slow down and wait for the safety car. Now, in the purpose of this race, because we don't have one, the quote-unquote safety car is the lead car. If you overtake anybody under the safety car, the driver is allowed to report you. If you're deemed to have illegally overtaken them, it's a 10-second penalty, there's no question about it. That's a rule that we've had in place for 3 seasons now. If somebody overtakes the
That's a
leader,
10-second penalty.
the leader
That's
who is the
amazing.
safety
That's
car, for
too
example, if
intense,
Steps is
guys.
leading, you overtake the safety car, Loco will wait 10 seconds and warn you to slow down. He will then wait another 10 seconds and warn you again. Wait 10 seconds and warn you a final time.
All right.
If he has
Okay.
to warn you the final time and you're still not showing signs of slowing down,
Okay.
Loco is allowed to red flag the race. We will restart with the accurate amount of laps remaining in the order we were in, and the driver who is breaching the rule will be disqualified.
Ooh, that's
Now,
harsh.
you do have roughly 45 seconds to slow down.
Nice.
Now, the thing is here, which some of you might be thinking about, is what if you drive past the leader to jump into the pits? The same rule applies. You can't overtake the leader to go into the pits. If you do it to go into the pits, the premise applies where the red flag is allowed to be brought out the moment you go into the pit lane to disqualify you. This is because it's effectively deemed as you trying to cheat a presented system by going into the pits under the guise of, well, in a few seconds he'll pass me again anyway. You overtake the lead car in the safety car conditions and go into the pits, that's a disqualification. The red flag can be brought out. Or, because Loco is the host, what he can do is back out of spectating and remove you from the lobby mid-race. Now, Loco is a very smart guy, so he will know who's taking the piss and who's not. He's always very aware of it, and that's why thankfully he's here this week, and also hosting, because it makes it very easy. And as for that, wet qualifying, reverse grid, the top 3 in qualifying will be given points. There will be a lobby reset after qualifying.
Do drop a like, guys.
Put your setups in after
Just the
you
briefing is
reset
on. We'll be
the
starting the race
start of the
soon.
race.
Please drop a like.
And just to brush over the safety car speeds again, because I noticed 1 or 2 people join after I said them. When the safety car gets called out, the lead driver becomes the safety car. Everybody on track must go 175 kilometers an hour, which is roughly 110 miles an hour, up until the lead car passes the sector 1 line, and that driver will go 100 kilometers an hour, roughly 65 miles an hour, and wait for everybody else to catch up.
Okay.
After a little
So
while,
after
Loco
sector
will
1, the
wait
lead
chats
car
and
will slow
drivers
down,
catch
and
the
everyone
safety
needs to
car.
catch up and
You
slow
are
down.
allowed to then, if you're not behind the safety car in the safety car queue, you are allowed to go racing speeds. There's a mini map in the top right of your screen. Please use it.
Yeah, if you're not behind the lead guy, if you are going to be overlapped or something like that, you can take a full turn, come and slow down.
What is the weather like for the race? Or qualifying? What is the weather like for the race or qualifying?
The weather will be consistently the weather will be consistently torrential rain during qualifying. However, the lobby will be reset after qualifying in order to allow you to start on the dries properly. And does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fine.
Yeah. That's fine.
And then Laws just asked me a question about pitting under the safety car. You are allowed to pit under the safety car. You are more than welcome to pit under the safety car. you're just not allowed to illegally overtake drivers in order to get to the pit lane faster.
Yes.
Now, the thing to bear in mind here is to be aware of the speed limits that we've described.
So we can pit in the safety car, but just can't
That
overtake
175
anyone
kilometers an
while
hour
going into the
slash
pits.
110
So yeah.
miles an hour, and then the normal racing speeds. If someone is going excessively slow, you just report them after the race.
Sure.
You're allowed to go into the pits. You just can't illegally overtake anybody before the pit lane to get there quicker. For example, if I enter the pit, if I go within the confines of the pit entry line and then overtake Bumble, that's fine because I'm within the confines of the pit lane and I'm cutting the final corner anyway. I just can't send one down the inside of Bumble to overtake him before the pit entry line starts. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, so you cannot really overtake anyone on the main track, but while getting into the pits, you can probably, but that's going to be very rare.
You will be able to look at the event settings once the lobby's reset to see what weather Loco has come up with.
Alright, okay. That's cool.
Is there any required tyres?
There are no required tyres for this race unless, if the race is dry throughout, it's just F1 rules, 2 different tyre compounds, so hard and soft, medium and hard, medium and soft.
Yep, got it.
Etc.
Got it. So we're gonna race on
as far as
softs
I'm
and
aware, there
mediums,
might
but
actually
qualify
be
on inters and
But I
wets,
don't
I
know.
guess. Let's first try
Yeah, so we've got
inters.
2
We'll
minutes
go back
until we're
into
going
the
to start
pit.
qualifying. Does anybody have any final questions now?
No, we don't, Muddy.
Did you just go over the safety car speed again? I was in the shower like come on properly.
Yeah, you're alright. Safety car gets called out, the speed limit is 175 kilometers an hour or 110 miles an hour, depending on the metric that you use. If you are the lead car and you cross the line for sector
Alright.
1, so before the braking zone of turn 3, your speed limit is then 100 kilometers an hour or 65 miles an hour. Everybody else is allowed to continue at the 175 kilometers an hour or 110 miles an hour.
Wow, we have so
up
many
until
people
they
from so many
reach the back
countries
of
here.
the lead car or the remainder
Wow.
of the safety car pack. And then that speed limit applies. When Loco tells people to catch up to the safety car, they're allowed to go normal racing
El
speeds.
Rey,
Obviously,
faster than me.
aware
What a
of
name.
how close they are to the safety
Walpus
car group, 'cause if they
Immortalis.
overtake anybody
Nice.
or
That's a
crash,
crazy name.
you'll look a bit
Bumble.
daft and you'll be penalised for it. Because we've already
Pavel.
in 3
Hey, this guy is
races
fast.
had
This is
2
really
drivers
fast.
penalised
Many of them are faster,
for
man.
dangerous
I
driving
guess we
under
can
the
aim
safety
for a
car
good
in 2 different
6-7
races, and I
position.
don't really want this to become a thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Lovely.
So
If any,
if
go on.
if the lead's out in front, he reaches the first sector, it's only the leader who's got to drop his pace down.
Yes,
Yeah,
only the leader has to drop his pace, because effectively what the safety car would be doing is be situated around that place on the track anyway.
Yeah.
So it's classifying as them then catching the safety car. However, they want the
Yes.
safety car.
What a good
Does anyone have
concept,
any
guys.
final
That's a
questions?
good
There are a
concept.
lot of drivers in the lobby who haven't entered yet, and I don't want you missing the qualifying, because if you do not qualify, you will be set to last.
Announced, is it just open chat or what?
Sorry?
The safety car, like what is the safety car is out?
Yes, it's announced in the in-game chat by Loco. He will post the message 3 times in the chat.
Alright.
Right, and then we will leave it at that.
Alright.
And I'm sure
Okay.
Loco will
That's cool.
start the lobby in a moment, but you're free to leave the briefing and enter your own parties at your own discretion. Goodbye.
Bye. Good racing. Okay, guys. So I guess this is gonna be a quite tricky race because we are gonna have safety car. Firstly, we're gonna qualify in the rains, and then when the race starts, the lobby is gonna be reset, and it's gonna be dry. So let's try practicing a bit on the rain. Oh, the qualify begins shortly. 15 minutes of qualifying, so we have some time to practice there as well. Let's put on our racing tires and we will begin qualifying. Okay. let's put our wet tires, I feel. Instead of intermediates, heavy wets, because it's raining crazy. Alright, let's go! Oh my god, so much rain. Okay, so we are racing at Red Bull in the rain, which is gonna be really, really terrifying. Our braking points are gonna be off the charts here. Wow, let's see that. I here. Woo! Bumbles off the track. Outlap. That's it. That's how it goes. Let's set it to the... Let's put the radar on. Let's not crash anymore. Don't brake too hard. Don't brake too hard. Just brake slightly. Try to get the times in. Ooh, racing in the rain. Woo. That's it. Let's go back. Let's try inters. Do you think intermediates would be better? Let's try. Oh yeah, the intermediates are definitely better. I can feel it. Man, there's so much of rain. That was bad. Let's go back to the wets. I'm not sure, man. This is so bad. I haven't raced in the rain so much. Let's go back. Let's try again. We have 11 minutes. Let's just be slow. Let's just try to set a time. Let's just not be a complete prick. Yeah. All right, let's do that. Okay. All right. Or should I put more traction? Okay. All right, thanks, Wolf. What should be my traction? Should it be 5 or should I keep it 2? What? Yes. Give me a number. Put 3. Okay. I'll put 4 for safety. Alright, let's do this. Let's check it out. Okay, gonna avoid the curbs. People are doing 141, 142. Man, still the car isn't stopping. But you're a rain expert, huh, Wolf? Do you wanna come over and race? Yeah. That'll be good if you come over and race, Wolf. More early, okay. Where are you from, Wolf? Ah, someone's bumping us from the back. Ah, it's pouring. Like, I feel like I'm in Mumbai. Okay, so we set 149. Let's try to push. Oh, yeah. You're in London right now. Yeah. I hope you saw the. I mean, do you watch EPL? Have you seen the Arsenal match or any EPL match today? Okay. Never raced much in the rain, so thank you for that. You're doing much better, I feel. Hey, yeah, go Gooner. That's how we do it. We won today, I heard. Who scored? Oh, Gyoker scored 2. Oh my god, that's amazing. I unlucky. I couldn't watch the match, dude. You know that race we were in. That's okay, I'll watch the highlights. Weekends are gonna be streams and all of that. Someday maybe I'll do a watch party. Let's watch it together. Yeah. I'll DM you the IG. Not for SimShifter though, it's my personal IG. I'll DM you. WhatsApp. Oh man, I can't even talk while racing. I can't watch the match while racing. I would have definitely crashed. I really need to practice watching and racing and talking. It's too hard. I don't have an ID for SimShifter. I mean Instagram. I will make it soon. I'll add you over there too. Definitely. So you're like the worst Verstappen now. Wet master. Wet weather master. Nice. Okay, let's try to push more now. The car is like just swerving like this. I just get too scared. Yeah, I am gonna have a fan moment on the replay. What do you think, Arsenal? I mean, Gyökeres will win this time? Like, will he play an important role in the title chase? Or will he get injured? Did we buy a new Haaland? Thanks, Wolf. See ya. Bye bye. Alright, so we are 7th currently. And we are out, we didn't break early. We should have braked quite early. Oh, we didn't brake here at all. So let's go back to the pits, and that is it for us. Qualify. We can't make it back in time since it's only 2 minutes left now. Thank you, Wolf, for your advice. That helped us reach a good amount of time. I'm sure I will do better in the race since it's dry in the race, and we'll be doing a mediums and softs and mediums same time. So the qualifying is gonna end soon. People are saying 145s, 141s, 142s. Pretty great, pretty amazing. Wow. This is great. He's doing K Powell is doing Cody. Dude is super crazy, super fast. Wow, he's doing like a 140 in the rain. I see that most of the ratings are not S, it's B and all. Who's the most dangerous one over here? See, Cody is the most dangerous one and super fast. Wow. How did he get to that? I'm so excited for the standings. Thank you, bro. Love you. Love your channel. Thank you. All those who are viewing, please do like and subscribe to my channel. So Arsenal did so good today. I am happy with that. Let's. So the qualifying is about to end, and we have just a minute to go to see the results. I guess we'll be around 7th, 8th, or something like that, except for the people who didn't qualify. So we are 10 in total. Some of them didn't join in and didn't want to qualify. I don't know what. They wanted to since it's a reverse grid, maybe they wanted to start early. I don't know. That's just 141s and 145s and everything. People are gonna get really finicky while switching from wet to dries. They're gonna really have a problem there. Let's see how that goes. So it's a reverse grid, I see. So we are the second last. We are gonna be starting second, and the qualifying has ended. Let's see what the standings are. So Powell is first. You're not in the top 8. We are 9th. Okay. Alright, so I guess reverse grid, so we'll be starting soon. Okay, so the lobby is gonna be reset. It's gonna be back to. I think he's just taking a screenshot of the positions. Yeah. And then the lobby is gonna be reset. Alright, let's have some water. Reminder to drink water, guys. This thing was intense. Qualifying in the rain. Good job. The race has been cancelled. Alright. So you will enter the course when the event starts. Yeah. He's just gonna change the lobby settings, I guess. Free break. Intense. Had a lot of water, I guess. So let's go to the racing softs. Let's try to catch up. Yeah, as much as we can, as many positions we can, because we really need to do 2 tire compounds. So yeah, so there are 32 laps, so I guess we'll be doing around first 10 laps or 15 laps, or 10 12 laps in softs and then in mediums. That's how it's gonna be. Let's see how that goes. Someone's in a Ford GT, man. At Red Bull, amazing. Vulpes Immortalis. What is Powell doing? Cody? Joining in, joining out, joining in, joining out. Yep, me ready too. I am ready too. Please start. It's gonna be fun. I'm just waiting for the lobby to be set up again. Let's see what else can we change for the car. Can make it go more. Let's not fiddle with it. I need to research before doing all of this, so let's not. We're used to this, so let's stick to this. I mean, more downforce can make us faster in the corners, but slower on the straights. I reset the lobby, dude. El Ray gone to sleep. What's BS? Arsenal member. Wow, how to be a member of Arsenal? The room settings have been changed. And it's not raining anymore, so it's gonna be fast and furious. Enter, enter, enter. Entering. Yep. Let's go, let's go. Yep, we have gotten a tag as well on Discord. That's amazing. We mentioned race control. Look, we're setting the grid. Let's just look at Discord, what's happening. We have a 5-minute break. We now have a safety car. Forget everything I said regarding the the speed limit I said apply, but when you form behind the SC, go at the SC speed. Oh, alright, sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're starting in mediums, huh? Let's also start at mediums. Don't want to be doing something completely different. Let's start at mediums and then softs or something. Or mediums and hards, I don't know. Nice question, dude. All right. What are these guys fighting about? People on Discord are so vella sometimes. Starting the race now. Let's focus. Okay, so we are gonna start second on the grid. Let's see how that goes. Let's try defending as much as possible. Okay. There we go. Okay, that was a lag, I suppose. Okay. Hey, that's an incident. What the hell, dude? What is this? No worries, we'll catch up. pack is tight. Come on, keep going. We will win it. We will catch up. 32 laps, dude. Come on, let's go faster. We'll catch up. We'll be racing position soon. Let's play cat and mouse. We've got one guy in the pocket. I mean, he crashed out anyway. We're gonna pull away. These guys are getting each other's drafts. Yeah, we will have to stay out when they pit. Nice bulky 1 second penalty is what we have. Uh. I just hope we don't get overlapped. Let's go softs and see what happens. What lobby, bro, Varun? What a fuck all race, man. I'm not gonna join this league. That's bad. So that's it for today, guys. We ruined our race. We ruined everything. Bye bye. Okay, DJ, I am driving for, I guess, the Falcon Racing. Yeah. All right. Bye.